Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I am Lonnie, and this morning Candace is not going to be here. She did have a couple of appointments. They're just annual checkup type stuff that she needed to go to today. So it's going to be you and I today. We have an interesting order pulling day today. Y'all saw all the stuff, this stuff that we got from our guy yesterday. And there's actually some stuff on the unlisted shelf too. Still needs to be listed. I did, as soon as we got back yesterday, I wanted to get some listing done. We sat, when we make these buys with guys, sometimes we're there for quite a while. And we haven't really seen them a bunch lately. So there was a little bit of catching up. We must have sat there and talked for 3 hours after the deal, maybe 2 hours, maybe 2 hours after the deal. So we spent half of the day yesterday on that buy, and like it's a business and friend relationship. So business side took about 30 minutes. The personal side took 2.5 hours or so. But I wanted to go ahead and get some stuff listed as soon as we got back. So I listed all of the funny face pillows, and interesting story about that coming up in just a minute. But let's go ahead and start pulling orders and see what else we can get into today. Okay, first up, 10 Charlie. We sold, here's, speaking of funny face, here's a funny face pillow in the way here. All right, 10 Charlie, we sold, oh, look, I went right to it. God of War Ascension for PS3. This sold for $13.99 plus shipping on top. And on 8 Echo, we sold a Batman fig all the way down here. Oh, he's behind these magazines. Here we go. There's a Batman fig in here. I'm going to open it up real quick just to make sure it's the right one. But this guy sold for $18.99 plus ship. And from JoJo, we sold a Herman Munster replacement card. Oh, good. Whew. Starting to think maybe I didn't have it. Sold one of these cards for $6.99 plus shipping on top. And Boba Fett drawer. We sold this little mirror. Sitting Pretty. Oh, that's E.T. and drag. Well, I'm assuming E.T. is male. I'm not even sure he's male, or I'm not even sure it's male. This little Sitting Pretty hand mirror thing. It's got a little defect there, but that was definitely, look, there we are. This sold for how much? $7.99 plus shipping on top. Went ahead and pulled this box from 9A, and we're looking for a coolant recovery pack. I think it might be pack cap, coolant cap. Yep, this is it. This sold for $5.99 plus ship. So this is where things get a little weird. Like I told you, I was listing these funny face pillows, and while I was listing, right after I listed this one right here, probably about 10 minutes later, this one sold. And I felt pretty good about my pricing. There have been some that have sold that are actually brand new in the plastic with the original shipping label. The only way you could get these, this was a drink very similar to Kool-Aid, with and they had different characters for each flavor, and that's what these guys are. And I think you had to do some kind of mail-in offer, maybe mail-in proofs of purchase or something like that, to get these funny face plush pillow things. So I've saw quite a few that had sold on Worth Point, brand new for $100. I saw other ones that were used that had sold in the past for around $60 or so. I felt pretty good about most of these at $60 after looking at all that. They don't come up for sale a ton. And it seems like when they do, they have really great sell-through. So if you ever see these out and about, then definitely something to pick up for sure, especially if they're in good condition. So like I said, after listing this one, about 10 minutes later, this one sold, and I was still listing. Then the next one I listed, the same buyer bought it too. This one right here. And then proceeded, I'll go ahead and just pull them all. As I was listing these, they proceeded to just buy all of them. Every time I would list a few, the same buyer would just buy another one. Now after like the third or fourth one they bought, I'm like, look, I wanted to let you know that whenever I go to ship these in the morning, I am going to put them all in one order and combined shipping, make it as well, just charge actual shipping, make it as affordable as possible. Because as they were buying these, they did pay full shipping on each and every one. Let's see, I'm missing one. I need to find one more. Where the heck is it? Let's see, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more. And I haven't been following my my pull on that's Paddington or something. Okay, here's the last one right here. This is one of the cherries. So this pile of pillows here all together sold, I think it was $440 plus shipping on top. I am going, like I said, they paid shipping on each and every one because they bought them right as I was listing them. And I didn't really, like, it was kind of odd because after a while I figured out, okay, as I list this, they're just going to buy it. And I was like, well, should I just put them all together and put them all together and make a lot and then offer to sell that to them? And I was thinking about these other ways to handle it, and then finally I was like, you're getting the price you want. They're not complaining, they're just buying, they're paying your price, paying the shipping, and buying each one as it goes. Don't overcomplicate this, just keep going. So I just kept listing all 8 of the pillows, and then they did buy all 8 of the pillows, which was awesome. And they just said thank you for talking to them about the combined shipping. They never said another word other than they love them, whatever. But yeah, so these are all going out. I'm just so jazzed about this because these were supposed to be just kind of a throw-in on the deal I bought from my guy. When, guy, if you're watching this, like, I know this might be a little weird for you, but like, this is like just an awesome surprise. Like, we were just over the moon because these pillows basically paid for everything we bought from Guy yesterday. So I'm thrilled. But tell me, would you have, if in the same situation, if you were listing like 8 things, and like after the third one, you're like, okay, the same person buys these every single time, what would you have done? Would you have just continued on? Like, that's what I did. I just put my blinders on. I said, well, guess I got to get the rest of these listed now. I just kept powering through. Or would you have tried to work out some other deal or something? Like I said, I just didn't want to overcomplicate things, but I was thrilled. That made our day yesterday. So I'll pack those in a bit. Like I said, I'm combining shipping. Even with combining shipping though, those are going to, like, the shipping's not going to be super cheap because I'm going to combine 2 extra small stacked, bag all those up into a garbage bag to protect them from moisture further, and then it's going to be a pretty large box. So I don't know, it's going to New York. It's probably going to be like $20 to $25 shipping for that. Next up on 7 Charlie, sold a couple of these Tervis mugs that have Virginia is for Lovers on it. Bought these at a garage sale. Bought a bunch of Tervis at a garage sale for pretty cheap. $11.69 plus shipping on top for those. Then under the photo bench here, sold a lot of 10 of these Crown Royal bags for $13.99 plus ship. From the cube, we sold a, I believe it's a PS1 game here. ODT, Escape or Die Trying is the ODT, I guess. This sold for $8.99 plus ship. Then 9 Delta. Candace bought this past weekend and then listed it, I think, yesterday. This little mobile, Fisher Price mobile TV truck, van, whatever, with the camera. I think she paid $2 for that. We sold it for $14.99 plus ship. This thing is actually really cool. Smalls drawer, we sold some Estee Lauder lipstick. This right here, Ambitious Pink. This sold for $8.99 plus ship. On CC4, we sold a Scooby-Doo costume. 3, 4. It's supposed to be several of these. It's supposed to be for a small dog, and that is checked here. So this sold for $14.99 plus ship. This is part of a buy we did at a costume store or a party store that was closing down a few months back. They had a big bag sale in the store. They had large bags that were fill a bag for $10. Everything you could put in the bag, $10. I think we bought like 4 or 5 bags at that sale, and that was one of the things we put in a bag. And we have one more thing to pull. This was a nice little sale this morning. As soon as I woke up, usually I'll look at my phone pretty soon after I wake up. It's one of the first things I do after I open my eyes, is I'll fish my phone out. Usually it's under my pillow or something like that, and I'll open the eBay app, see if anything sold while we were sleeping. And sure enough, something did sell. These are a bunch of 8x10s from like Theatrical Performance, from theater. I don't know when these are all from, but I listed them a long time ago, and we sold two sets of photos here. A lot of 6 and a lot of 10. It might be all the photos. It's 16 total. I think it might be everything in this book, or maybe not. No, actually not. Oh, this makes sense. Check this out. This play is called Elizabeth the Queen. That looks like Dumbledore. Okay, this makes sense. Elizabeth the Queen. So it's because there's the Queen there in the play. Okay, that's cool. All right, that makes sense. Okay, and then there's another set of photos here for Mary Stuart. So it's the photos that actually sold are all these right here. The rest of them are still for sale. So that was a good little sale this morning. $79.98 plus shipping on top for these. I got all the other packages out and just wanted to show you all this real quick, because it's a little different pack. This is just 2 extra small boxes stacked. Of course, that'll all be taped up. And then inside of that, I did use a big a large garbage bag, which I don't love. I don't really love using garbage bags, because I don't want to tell the customer that, hey, you spent $440 on this stuff and I put it in a garbage bag. Like, I don't like that, but I like the protection it offers, because I'm not worried about any kind of crushing damage or anything like that with this stuff, because they are pillows after all. But I just want double protection against if it should get wet or something, I guess. So I feel good about this package. I do wish I had some clear bags, large clear bags instead of the black garbage bag, but it'll be okay. It's packed securely, safely. I'm sure the customer will be happy with it. All right, I've spent the last probably half hour or so working with this stuff. This is pretty pretty fun for me, actually. I enjoy this. I don't know how profitable this is going to be because I'm spending a lot of time on it, but man, it sure is fun. I don't even care. So this Intellivision 2 came with the box. It has some of the inner packing. Also comes with an Intellivoice, which is in here. I'll be testing that in a moment too. I'm testing everything. I'm not testing every single game, but I'm going to make sure all the main stuff works. I did plug in. The bad thing is I have, or not bad, but it's just how it is. I have another Intellivision here also, and I only have, and I do have another power supply, but I don't have another one of these switcher boxes. And guess what? These switcher boxes, they ain't cheap. So if you find switcher boxes like this, the old computer or game / TV switcher boxes that output on either channel 3 or 4, yeah, pick them up. A lot of times these things go bad too. They're pretty sensitive. So, but the good news is here that this one that I do have, I can use it to test both of them. It's just the loose Intellivision I won't sell with the little box. So, but I'll be able to show it working anyway. And yeah, this thing does work. And this is one, I don't have a whole lot of experience with Intellivision, but I played a heck of a lot of Astro Smash. My cousin had an Intellivision. I had an Atari 2600 in that time frame, and Intellivision was pretty far superior to Atari 2600 as far as graphics go. Now, where they did suffer a lot, their controllers suck. There's no other way to say it. Their controllers were friggin' terrible. But this game wasn't bad. It's gonna be hard for me to play it one-handed, but basically you just kind of move around, and then you have this little thing. Kind of a cross between Asteroids and, trying to do this one-handed. If that thing hits, I think you die. Yeah, the big rocks can hit and you don't die, but the spinning bomb things, that just blows you up. But yeah, this thing seems to work perfectly. It's got a great picture too, so the little converter box works. I am going to be doing a pretty in-depth video showing all the stuff. Also, I even checked this out. I don't normally spend this much time on a listing. I even checked this out. I have, how many games? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I've got 31 games. I checked in this binder just now. I have the manual and the two keypads for each and every one of those 31 games, including these back here. We have a different section for Intellivoice games, voice synthesis cartridge. So pretty happy about that. I mean, it's just a really nice lot. It's an instant Intellivision collection, which is pretty awesome. I did see a couple of games that were interesting in here. Here's the thing though with Intellivision, most game systems, like more modern game systems, the games are a lot of times more valuable than the console. This thing is very similar to Atari 2600. Individual game cartridges just are not going to be worth much. If you could put together a bundle like this with games, console, etc., then you can get a little money. But don't go around spending much money on these cartridges, individual cartridges. But this is kind of cool. That's a old AD&D, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game, and I think we have another one in here too. This blue one. So I thought that was pretty neat. This is just a really nice setup. I'm gonna go ahead and film my demo video. This one might be kind of long because I'm gonna do the Intellivoice and everything. All right, good news. I tested this other console, which I'm just gonna sell console and power supply. Tested working, because it's tested working. What I don't have any of the video side stuff for that. I don't have this little box, like I said, that's like over $30. I don't have the RF cable. There are other solutions you can buy to not use that stuff, so I'll just leave it on whoever buys it they can do what they want with it. Oh, Candace is here. Hey, Candace.
Hi. Imagine this.
What?
Google Lens thinks this is a rubber chicken.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Because you take away the
wings. Candace came in and helped me figure out a price for this because I really didn't want... The Intellivision market is not strong enough, I don't think, to run an auction. So I think what I'm going to do, we talked about it a little bit. Like here, for instance, here is an Intellivision 2 that is completely tested. It's got a few games. It doesn't have a box, but they said it's completely tested and working. The labels on the carts aren't in as good a condition. The console is discolored and stuff. I mean, I'm not trying to put theirs down or anything. I'm just trying to come up with a price. They got $149 for theirs. And this person tried, well, they sold theirs boxed one for $100. Their box is in horrible condition. These people, this is somewhat similar, but not quite. They have the box that is in fairly poor condition, but I mean, they do have the box. They have 10 games. Console is okay. It's gonna be hard to find a console that's as good as ours cosmetically, but they also do not have down here, note, this console only has an RF video output and you will need an RCD coax adapter to play it on modern televisions. So I don't think they have any of the video, like the little switch box or anything for it. At least they didn't say they did. But they got 176 at auction. So maybe that is a reason to do an auction. That one did well.
I don't know.
I'm not going to do it though. So what we did, we looked at a few of these sold listings, completeds or whatever, and we like to do this blind because we don't want to like just have you know, where Candace says a number and I'm like, oh, that sounds good, or I say a number and she says that sounds good. After looking at all that stuff, I wrote down $250, and because Candace told me she had a number in mind, and I asked her to tell me what her number was after we looked at all that, and she said $250, and then I showed her my paper, it said $250. So it's going to be $249.99 plus shipping on top. And I'm just getting this thing packed up, and then I can list this, and then I can list that, and then I can edit video, and I'll probably be pretty much done for the day at that point. Candace is working on, what is that thing? Digimon? Which one is it?
Gar or something.
Gar or something. we know zip about
Gargamon or something like that.
Gargamel from Smurfs.
Yeah. He looks kind of like Yoda.
Does he? Let me see.
Well, he's got like a rabbit face, but he's got the ears.
He looks like if Yoda and Pikachu had a baby.
Yeah.
He has gun hands, huh?
Yeah. This line that I've been listing is called the action feature figures, because they all have movement. They have like little things that make them move.
Okay, versus the smaller ones that don't.
They're just vinyl, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they're worth a little bit more, and they're a little bigger too.
So you're listing the bigger ones first, right?
Yeah, I'm hitting this box here, and then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do with those other ones are called minis. So I haven't.
They're probably gonna be bundle wear. I imagine.
I mean, I do have checklists for whole series, so maybe I'll put together a series. I don't know. It just depends on how people are selling them or how they're buying them, I guess.
That's going to be some fun research for you on those little ones.
It won't be hard because, I mean, I have...
You have like a list of all of them or something?
I have actual checklists for the different series, so...
Oh, that makes it look even worse to me. No, I would just roll them out on the bench like a bunch of dice and take 3 photos.
Yeah.
But I did find this. I thought this was kind of cool. This was in the binder with the Intellivision manuals and stuff. How to win at Pac-Man. And it's not worth a bunch, but I'm going to list it. Look, hell, people sold it for $9 and $9.90.
I'm surprised it's not worth more. It's really cool.
Well, Pac-Man has not really held up too well over time, unfortunately.
I know, but it's an icon.
Oh, it is.
And I mean, it's got, this book is neat. Look, he was just showing me. It, like, shows you like which ways to go to get high scores.
Yeah, look, it has all these different patterns. Look, tip 3, the mid fruit pattern. actually have names.
And it has the music. Like, you can learn to play the music.
Wait, what is this leg? I don't remember a leg. Wait, what? Why does he have blood coming? What is that? Or is that a bra?
This says intermission music. Was that a little scene during the intermission?
Yeah, they would. Oh, look. He has a thumbtack holding him down.
Yeah, look, he got caught on it chasing.
Oh. Wait, what?
So that's not blood. That's part of the ghost, I think. I don't know.
It ripped part of it.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
And then he turned blue,
They're being humorous.
I guess.
Oh. Power pellet. So he ran over this. Okay, I get it now. He was red, and then he ran over this little nail thing that old sneaky Pac-Man had left there, and then it ripped it off. But Pac-Man was headed to eat a power pellet, and then apparently he came back, and then now that thing is ripped off of that guy.
And he turned blue.
And who knew that ghosts had legs? I didn't find that out. Okay,
Yep.
so he turned blue, but his clothing didn't, and now he's about to.
And his sexy leg is showing.
I know, that was so weird.
Yeah, so I think it's a pretty cool little book.
It is. I like it. And listen to this. Learn the most jealously guarded secrets of the nation's top Pac-Man players. Elements of the game: high score patterns, hiding places, fake outs, pattern variations. I mean, they act like it's so complex. All you can do is go left, right, up, or down in this game.
I know.
That's it. That's all you could do. Oh man, it was. If you're younger than us, which is probably a lot of y'all, it's hard to overstate how big Pac-Man was.
It was. It was, a big
it was
thing.
huge.
Yep.
And Miss Pac-Man was just as big.
Bigger.
Miss Pac-Man was the better game in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was awesome. I remember when I was so excited. I was a kid. My mother went and got me Pac-Man for Atari 2600. It cost like $35 back then. This was in the, I don't know, early 80s. That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
That was like $100 game now.
That was big time.
Yeah. But man, and you know what? Honestly, it kind of sucked. The Atari 2600 version was not that great, but I played the hell out of it. So I'm going to list that too. I'm having like a little nostalgia burst today.
Yeah, his arms and ears is too big for this little bag.
That's like Pippin, huh?
Get in there. All right, so we forgot to film a closer yesterday, so this is going to be our closer. And I just want to tell you, stay tuned to check in tomorrow. We're going to announce the name of our new little friend in the shed. Thanks for watching. Bye.